Welcome into the broadcast, folks. Final game of the day here from Henderson, Nevada, between the 5th-ranked Salt Lake Community College Bruins and our CSN Coyotes. Shonda Medeiros on the bump here for the final game, hoping for better results than last game. Bruins lineup comes to you like this, 1 through 9. Carly Bunderson leading off. Center fielder Tina Ford batting second. Left fielder Ray Gall batting third. Lauren Goslin batting fourth, designated player today. Batting fifth, Ashley Crabtree. Catching, batting sixth, first baseman Karina Pindell. Batting seventh, Madison Cisco at third. Batting eighth, Kelsey Rodriguez in right. And batting ninth, rounding out the lineup here for the Bruins, Kaylee Bott playing second base. Addie Jensen once again on the bump for the Bruins here. 2 games, 2 starts. Addie was able to collect her 9th win of the season, throwing 4 innings of 1-run baseball in Game 3 of the series, which was our first game today here on Fan Appreciation Weekend from Henderson, Nevada. Also Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Nice turnout, nice crowd at the ballpark. Beautiful weather considering what we were dealing with yesterday here. We're dealing with 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Everything blowing all over the field, so very nice day for softball. Great way to start this game out by Shonda Medeiros as she strikes out Carly Bunderson here, keeping the leadoff runner off the base pass. I was commenting earlier, I mean, this Salt Lake juggernaut here offensively has scored 36 runs in 15 innings of play offensively, 2.4 runs per game. I'm not a math major, so don't ask me to count much higher than that, but I can do a little bit of math. So 36 and 15, 2.4, and that number could increase the way this Bruins lineup is raking out here in Southern Nevada this weekend here. Just a different class of team here as opposed to these young Coyotes trying to get the job done here, but absolutely up against it here with a team as talented and deep as the Bruins are. Next pitch grounded to third baseman Amber Calderon. Great job there by Amber to pick up and fire in time to retire Tina Ford. Ford very speedy up the line here. It said one of the quickest in the conference. Gets up there about as quick as Maggie Mann Warren does for us here, so she puts a lot of pressure on the defense anytime she hits a ground ball to one of the fielders. Nice job there by Amber to come up, glove it, fire over to Emily Guthrie at first to record the second out of the inning. Shonda looking for a 1-2-3 inning as Ray Gall gets a hold of one here and drives this deep into center field. And that's a souvenir, folks. Ray Gall doing some yard work here at Russell Road Complex in Henderson, Nevada. And why not? Ray adding to her conference leading totals here. RBI number 65, home run number 16. Her second of the weekend here. Ray was able to put one in over the fence. Excuse me, I shouldn't say in anywhere. It was out of the park. Over the fence in Game 2 here. So Ray Gall continuing her just torrid pace in conference play this season here. He's batting .487, 61 hits, 16 RBIs, 16 home runs, 65 RBIs, slugging .960. Wow. What a player. Like I said, she compares very favorably to a junior college All-American that we featured last year, Vanessa Sanders. Got to play with us. I'll give you the logistics and the total numbers here. Vanessa Sanders slugged 18 home runs, had 66 RBIs, so Ray Gall looking to smash that pace the way she is, and she's got to be the front runner for Conference Player of the Year, especially with Salt Lake City now running their record to 35-4, 12-1 away from home, and 26-2 in Scenic West Athletic Conference play. This team is impressive. You can see they are extremely deserving of that 5th ranking. More than deserving here. They're one of the top teams in all of junior college. So it's great to see a team like this, even though these young Coyotes, hopefully they're learning from this team here. They're going to be in this spot next year. A ton of freshmen turning into sophomores here, growing and developing with this team, and hopefully they can have a similar run next season as they move into their new digs which is going to be on the Henderson campus here at CSN here just behind the baseball field. Coyote softball will have a new place to call their own here, and that's going to be a fantastic facility here for softball. Can't wait to see that stadium as it'll be completed later this summer of 2016, and it'll be ready for the start of the 2017 softball season, which is fantastic. Well deserved. A little overdue, but we love it here. CSN athletics always growing and always an integral part of what we want to do here with the college. Lauren Gosselin works a 4-pitch walk, and on the first pitch, Ashley Crabtree sees. She smashes that into left field for a single. 2 runners on here. Following Ray Gall's solo shot over the center field wall. Bruins leading 1-0 here in the top half of the first inning. Excuse me. That's going to bring up first baseman Karina Pindell. Karina's had a great weekend here, playing a good first base. Karina, freshman out of Silverado High School. That's the one thing that we like to see more than anything. Her and Madison Cisco, both local Southern Nevada products here. Karina, a freshman out of Silverado High School, as we said here, coming back home, has some friends and family in the crowd, I'm sure. And thanks to everybody for taking some time out of their day to listen to some Coyote softball. Appreciate you being here with us and with me here as we bring you this game from beautiful Henderson, Nevada. Pitch by Pindell is grounded into the hole at short. Ginger Muir comes up firing, records the out here. Karina will be retired 6-3. Salt Lake City does get 1 run, 2 hits, nobody left on. Bottom of the first inning here. I'm sorry. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left on here as we head to the bottom of the first inning here. The only scoring by Ray Gall here on Salt Lake solo home run. They lead CSN 1-0 here on the Coyote Sports Network.
Number 7, Ginger Muir.
And welcome back to the broadcast, folks, here in beautiful Henderson, Nevada. Breast Cancer Awareness Day at the ballpark on Fan Appreciation Weekend here as CSN hosts the 5th-ranked Salt Lake City Bruins. Leading off for the Coyotes is going to be Ginger Muir. Muir will be followed by Jordan Menke and Justin Garganis in the home half of the first for the Coyotes. Kara Simpson will be back cleanup. Amber Calderon 5th. Shonda Badeos pitching and hitting 6th. T-Taps. T-Tapawala, designated player, batting in the 7th slot. Emily Guthrie batting 8th at 1st. And Raina Ladislaw rounding out the lineup here in right field. Chelsea Perez manning second base here as the flex position player, not taking any hacks offensively. And Ginger Muir swings and misses here at the offering from Addie Jensen here for strikeout number 1. First pitch to Menke is fouled up the left field line, just past the third baseman. No balls and 1 strike. Addie Jensen here doing the majority of the work. She pitched in game number 1 as well. Very effective 4 innings to earn her 9th win of the season against no losses. Gotta like that. Brittany Chase coming in to close the game out as that ball is
now batting in center field.
ball was caught in foul territory. Sorry, it's a little bit of an obstructed view from where I'm set up here. I don't mean to delay the call, but it's hard to see. We got to make sure everything is what we think there. So that ball was caught in foul territory, so we're going to mark that a F7 as Jordan Menke is retired for the 2nd out of the inning, and that's going to bring up center fielder Justin Garganese. Garganese had the lone RBI for the Coyotes in game 1 here with a double. Her 22nd of the season. She skies this ball out to center field. Looks like Tina Ford has a beat on it. She does. Gloves it for the final out of the inning. F8 to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Coyotes. Heading to the top of the 2nd. Salt Lake leads CSN 1-0 on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Top half of the 2nd inning here from Henderson, Nevada. Madison Cisco will be leading off for the Bruins, followed by Kelsey Rodriguez and the second baseman Kaylee Bott. 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Bruins. They were able to dent the scoreboard one time here in the top half of the 1st. Madison Cisco, of course, like her teammate Karina Pindell, both local Southern Nevada products, freshmen from Silverado High School. Madison playing a great third base for her team as well. Batting 200, even 200 now on the series. 4 homers, 20 ribs. Make that 21 ribs, 21 ribs for a 200 hitter from Silverado High School. Thing is it's tough sometimes for a freshman to transition to the college game, and we're seeing that here. We're seeing the growing pains at CSN with our young core, our young nucleus, if you will. Cisco skies that on the infield here. It's going to be an easy play for Ginger Mirror. P6 in your books here to retire the Bruin third baseman. That's going to bring up Kelsey Rodriguez, right fielder here. Kelsey, a 5'4" sophomore out of Brigham City, Utah. Kelsey swings at the first pitch. CC skies it on the infield. Emily Guthrie under that. Loves that. P3 to retire Kelsey for the 2nd out of the inning. Quick inning here so far for Shonda Badeos. So far, so good, and that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Kaylee Bott. Kaylee, number 10 on her back. Always my favorite number. Of course, that was my Little League and high school number. Number 10, so you got to show some love when you see 10s on the field. First pitch to Kaylee Bott is in there for a called strike. Kaylee, a 5'3" freshman out of Spanish Fork, Utah, plays a great second base. She handles herself pretty well for a 9-hole hitter, similar to what we see sometimes out of our 9-hole hitter, sophomore Chelsea Perez. Chelsea just playing second base here as a flex position player, not batting offensively on the year, but very impressive young second baseman here for the Bruins. She handles the bat pretty well as well. She's made 35 starts now, 361, 30 hits, 32 runs, 16 ribs. Very nice to have that luxury 16 RBIs from your 9-hole hitter. That's a good looking player right there. The next pitch from Badeos to Bott is taken low for ball 1. Next pitch set to come from Badeos. And Bott rips that into the hole between third and second, but Ginger Muir's there to make a diving play. Line out to the shortstop. Ginger Muir is going to be the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the second. Bruins leading the Coyotes 1-0 here on the CSN Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Bottom half of the second inning here from the Den in Henderson, Nevada. Bruins leading the Coyotes 1-0 here. Kara Simpson looking to change that with one swing of the bat here. If the freshman from Centennial High School can put a charge into one here. Kara had a nice game. 2 singles to her credit here. 2 of the team's 6 hits overall as they were held pretty much in check by Salt Lake starter Ashley Jensen. First pitch from Jensen to Simpson is taken low for ball 1. I was saying earlier, Justin Garganese provided the lone RBI for the Coyotes with a 2-run double. That was it. Ashley Jensen was lights out after that. Jensen pitched 4 innings. And coming in to close it out was Brittany Chase. Hardly a save situation, as it was a 10-run lead. It was 11-1 final. But either way, Addie Jensen back on the bump here, looking for her 10th one of the season. She has a 1.65 ERA, microscopic 1.65 ERA, if you will, which leads all of the Scenic West. So, pretty good deal when you're leading your conference in ERA. Salt Lake easily leading the conference in team ERA as well. Get you some totals on that. Well, it's very nice when you're leading in average. As a team, they're batting .394, and they lead in team ERA almost 2.5 runs better than CSI at 2.05 against 4.5. So, lead in ERA, lead in average, and you're going to lead quite a bit of W's here, which Salt Lake City has. Jensen blows that next pitch by Kara Simpson for her second strikeout of the day. Well, that's a lot, folks. Second strikeout of the game. Third strikeout of the day as Addie Jensen's starting her second game here today. Third baseman Amber Calderon swings and misses at the first offering from Jensen. Nice breaking pitch there. It looked like she was trying to zone a fastball there. Was Amber, and got caught cheating a little bit. Tried to swing the breaking pitch, swinging over the breaking pitch. Amber Calderon fouls that next pitch out over our heads and out of play. I don't know if it's come down yet. Still waiting for it to land. No balls, 2 strikes here to the CSN third baseman, Amber Calderon. Amber getting the start today. Nice to see her in the lineup. Platoons a little bit with Shandy Perez over at third. Amber kind of like a super sub this year, and she's been clutch in some pinch hit plate appearances as well. So the more playing time Amber gets, the more she's going to be key piece of this Coyotes team, at least a key piece of their future. Nice breaking pitch there by Jensen. Gets Calderon swinging over the top of it for her second consecutive strikeout of the inning, third of the game. And we're going to have some pitcher-on-pitcher crime here as Shonda Badeo steps in to face her counterpart, Addie Jensen. Addie Jensen here doing quite a bit of effective pitching early here. And the thing about Addie that you need to realize is making her second start in as many games here, she's still bringing it. Her fastball is crisp right now, folks. She is hitting the zone. She is throwing some fantastic pitches here. Still got some giddy up on that fastball, and that's what you want to see if you're Salt Lake here. They have had an arm warming up a little bit earlier. Now the bullpen is quiet for the moment, but you never know what's going to transpire here. Addie Jensen looking to strike out the side here. There it comes. Jensen delivers the next pitch, and that's fouled. Back to the screen here. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. And Jensen coming set to deliver the 0-2 to Badeos. And Badeos puts the charge into 1. Oh, wow. Great job by center fielder Tina Ford as she gets on her horse using that speed to rob Badeos of extra bases here. That looks an F8 in your books, but it was a lot better hit and a lot better looking than that. Shonda deserves more credit for a loud out. Coyotes are retired in order, 3 up, 3 down as we head to the top of the third inning. Salt Lake leads CSN 1-0 on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Top half of the third inning here from beautiful Henderson, Nevada, on a great day for baseball. Low 80s. Temperature is perfect. We do have a defensive substitution for you here. Reina Ladislao in right field is being replaced by Cadence Coito. Coito coming in for her first action of the weekend here. Haven't seen Cadence yet. She'll now take over in right field as Badeos finishes up her final warm-up pitch. Ball so down to second base, and we are ready for action. Leading off for the Bruins, back to the top of the order. Brings number 22, Carly Bunderson, to the dish here. Strikeout victim her first time up. Carly looking for a little better results. And up in Salt Lake, the Bruins and Coyotes are in a rain delay here in the bottom of the second inning. Bruins leading 1-0. We'll keep you posted on that game. Of course, the men's baseball team dropped a heartbreaker here in extra innings, if you will. The first game was scheduled for 7. It was won by Salt Lake 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. So our CSN men's baseball team trails 1-0 at the moment. A rain delay up in Salt Lake. We'll keep you posted on that, as well as any other action around the Scenic West Athletic Conference. If you have any scores for us, anything you can update us with, if you're listening, please let us know. And what a catch there. Cadence Cueto with an amazing job here. That was a ball that was dying. It was sinking. It looked like it was going to hit the ground and go for at least a single here. Cadence said no, no, no. Got her glove under there just in time here to nab a beautiful play here. Cue the Sports Center music. She makes a fantastic catch for the first out. Now here's where danger can strike, and it has struck before here. Shonda Badeos was very successful getting through the lineup. First time through her last outing as well, which was last game. But once they got a second crack at her here, the Bruins bats really started taking off here and started doing some damage. Right now we're back, well, top of the order now. Carly Bunderson was just retired, and that's going to bring up center fielder Tina Ford, who made an equally nice play on the ball hit by Shonda Badeos in the bottom of the second inning here. Tina Ford got on her horse, went and got it. Long way to make the catch. Spectacular defense in the outfield so far by both teams in this final game of the weekend. Next pitch to Ford is fouled over the backstop, over and out of play for strike 2. Shawnee here looking for another quick inning, which would be very beneficial to her and her team. They were able to get another opportunity to attack offensively, only down a single run. Now, the deficit is very manageable at 1-0, but that's the thing about this Bruins lineup. They will put pressure on you constantly. Ford grounds it to Mirror. Mirror makes a throw, but there is no chance. Gosh, Tina Ford is just lightning out of the box, folks. Anytime she puts a ball in play, I think it's going to be a hit. I mean, I just leave it to the fielders to prove me wrong there. Ginger Mirror made a nice stab, but by the time she turned and tried to throw, forget about it. Ford had beaten that by 2 or 3 steps. She's on with an infield single for Ray Gall. Ray Gall doing some yard work here in her first plate appearance. A solo shot over the center field wall as the only scoring that we've seen here in this game. Ray Gall put a charge into one here. Her second home run of the weekend. 16th on the season. RBI number 65. Tina Ford swipes second base. Easy. She slides in head first here. Straight steal for Ford to get into scoring position for the 3-hole hitter from the Bruins. Have time on the field here as a softball has gotten into the field of play, and not the one that we're pitching with. So umpire grabs that. We're back to play. Shonda Badeos comes set to deliver the next pitch to Ray Gall. And Gall takes a healthy hack, fouls that back off the screen. And Ray Gall not getting cheated here. The premier offensive player in this conference. She showed it this weekend. Has added 6 to that total, 2 home runs, 5 hits. Great weekend. That's what Ray's been doing all season, though, so not a shock to see her continue her success here in Southern Nevada. And Ray Gall skies one to right field. Cadence Cueto under that. Makes a catch as Tina Ford tags No chance to get her at third. Tina Ford advancing on the fly ball out. F9.
Number 13, Lauren Gosselin.
Back to our way in the inning, so hopefully Medeiros can strand forward at third here, but easier said than done. Cleanup hitter lefty Lauren Gosselin steps to the plate here. Walked in her first plate appearance. Looking to bring home Tina Ford. Will be the Bruins' second run of the afternoon here, just 90 feet away. And Tina Ford's going to bring herself home here on a wild pitch by Shonda Medeiros. It gets all the way to the backstop. By the time Menke fires to Medeiros, Ford slides home safely for the Bruins' second run of the game. Going to go pass ball or wild pitch. They're going to go wild pitch there. So, Shonda Medeiros, self-inflicted wound here as the Coyotes are now trailing Salt Lake 2-0. Lauren Gosling steps back in the batter's box here to receive the next pitch from Shonda. And that is fouled out of play here just over our head. Coyotes will be on the road. Lady Coyotes will be on the road next weekend in Twin Falls, Idaho for their final conference road trip of the season. They'll wrap up the season here with 4 games against in-state rival Western Nevada here. Sophomore Appreciation Day, of course, will be the final Saturday of the season. Hope to see all our fans out here paying tribute to 3 wonderful sophomores on this team here. Maggie Mann Warren, Chelsea Perez, and T. Tapawala. Young ladies done a tremendous job since they've been in a CSN uniform. And that right back up the box. Hot shot there by Gosselin off Medeiros, fielded by Perez and thrown over to Guthrie in time.
1 run, 1 hit.
For 3. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Salt Lake, and they now lead 2-0 here on the Coyote Sports Network. And leading off for the Coyotes, T-Taps. T. Tapawala here, designated player today in the final game of the weekend for CSN. T.O. be followed by Emily Guthrie and Cadence Coito. Coito, of course, replacing Raina Ladislaw in right field here. Defensive substitution in the second inning, looking for her first at bat. T looking to zone one here, see if she can get something going for her Coyotes. We all know that T's capable. 221 hitter, got some power though. 2 long balls, 16 RBIs. Lauren Fraley now in pitching for Salt Lake City, so Addie Jensen's day is done. Got a double check here, but I don't believe Addie can be eligible for the win after just 2 innings. She can't, so this is Lauren Fraley's game. Lauren here, 12-2 on the season, earning her 12th victory in Game 1 of the series yesterday in a 15-6 win over CSN here. Lauren wasn't sharp, or as sharp as she usually is here. Like I said, she has a fantastic ERA here of 2.09 here. She did give up 6 runs. Did go complete game for the victory here. So Fraley looking to win her second game of the weekend here. Again, Lauren sitting at 12-2, looking for lucky number 13 here. Get her Bruins, back on the road on the way home with a sweep. No better way to endure a long road trip back to Taylorsville, Utah, other than going 4-0. Whoa, Fraley throws some nasty stuff past keycaps there. Gianna swinging and missing. A lot of swing and miss stuff here.
Number 38.
It's a 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Bruin pitching here. 4 strikeouts, so half of the outs they've recorded have been Ks. First pitch to Emily Guthrie is in there for a called strike. Cadence Coito on deck here. Coito defensive replacement again for Reina Ladislaw here, who was started in right field here. Coito will go the rest of the way, we assume, for the Coyotes. Next pitch to Emily Guthrie is taken low for ball 2. Emily steps into the box here, batting .229, 9 RBIs. 16 hits here for the Coyote first baseman. Fraley comes set to deliver the 2-0 to Guthrie. That's right down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Emily here looking to do some damage here. 1 out in the inning. Coyotes trailing by 2. And the next pitch by Fraley is cut on and missed for a strikeout. 5th strikeout for Bruin pitching here in 9 batters. Very effective here. Fraley picking up right where Addie Jensen left off here. Like I said, 5 Ks for Bruin pitching here in this final game. Figure their offense has been the star of the show all weekend here. Maybe they'll pick up a little bit of slack. Not a whole lot needed here. We've seen 38 runs in 17 innings. Wind picking up here just a bit. Apologize for the residual microphone wind noise, but we are out in the elements, folks. We don't have any cover. The wind picks up like this. Sometimes it can be a little more difficult to hear. Try to do our best. Coito comes set to deliver, or to receive, the pitch from Fraley. And that pitch is very high for a ball. Sends a shot into the left field corner here. That's going to be difficult to handle for Ray Gall. By the time Gall does get a handle on it, the ball has moved around over in the corner here. Coyote dugout going crazy here as Cadence Coito, it's a triple. And we got an update from Taylorsville, Utah. The final game between CSN and Salt Lake is called due to rain. So that game was called here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It was a 1-0 lead for Salt Lake. Rain has washed out that game, however. So that game is called due to rain here. 1-0. Of course, you know we need 5 innings to make it an official baseball game. Bottom of the second was when the game was called, so that is done. So Salt Lake does win the series 2-1 here. Never good to see the men's team lose 2 out of 3, but it is can't be perfect here. I don't know if they're going to make up the game. I think they're coming home. More than likely that game will not be made up unless it's necessary in the standings. So, and Ginger Mirror grounds back to Fraley, 1-3 to end the threat here. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Cadence Coito left at third base here after her electric triple, unable to come home and score. Bruins stem the tide here as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Salt Lake leads CSN 2-0 on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Top half of the 4th inning here from Henderson, Nevada. Coyotes trail the Bruins 2-0. Leading off the inning for the Coyotes is going to be number 20, Ashley Crabtree. Crabtree will be followed by first baseman Karina Pendel and third baseman Madison Cisco here for the Bruins. So you have Crabtree grounding the ball to Chelsea Perez, and a little Olay move by Perez come up with air here as she's unsuccessful grounding that or fielding that ground ball, and that's going to be a leadoff single.
Karina Pendel.
Potentially an error here, waiting for the official scoring on that. It looked like a ball Perez should have gotten to, quite honestly. And we're going to go E4. It was I wouldn't call it. It's as close as you get to a routine ground ball. Perez just didn't get down enough on it there. The ball goes under her glove for an error. Unfortunate error there. And we have timeout as there's a little meeting on the mound. Conversation going with Shonda Badeos. Chelsea usually comes up with that ball. A tough break there for the sophomore second baseman. And that's going to bring up Karina Pendel, the first of two players from Silverado High School, two freshmen.
Over at first will be number 4, Nicole Rockwood.
Actually, two high school teammates. But before that, as I say Karina Pendel, we're going to see Nicole Rockwood come in. So Karina's day is over. Nicole Rockwood is now at first base, and she'll step in and take her hacks against CSN starter Shonda Badeos. So just when we think the freshmen from Silverado High School are coming, it's Nicole Rockwood. Rockwood number 4 here, taking over at first. And excuse me, my apologies here. Ashley Crabtree is pinch run for by Nicole Rockwood. So Pendel is still in the game. The freshman from Silverado High School, Karina Pendel, takes her hack. She grounded out to short in her first plate appearance. Sorry to confuse you. I thought we had a pinch hitter, pinch runner. And you know the rules in softball and baseball. You see this quite a bit where the catcher is pinch run for and allowed to be inserted back in the lineup. Makes a ton of sense. And it's nice that they finally have that rule going this season. The next pitch to Pindell is cut on and miss for strike 2. She looks at her third base coach, makes contact here. And I'm sorry, if she makes contact here, she'll be looking to move the runner over to second at minimum here. If not, in the 0-2 pitch to Pindell, check swing. She didn't go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pindell and Cisco, high school teammates at Silverado here in Southern Nevada. So it's fun. Always fun to come back home. 3-1 pitch to Pindell is taken low and in the dirt for ball 4.
Number 24, Madison Cisco.
Karina a base on balls there. Nice at bat there. And after the error in the walk, Bruins had their first 2 batters on here in the top of the 4th for third baseman Madison Cisco. Madison popped out to shortstop in her last at bat, looking for a more productive plate appearance her second time around. Jordan Mickey out of the crouch, fakes the throw to second, holds on to it. Discretion the better part of valor there. Like I said, sometimes that throw in behind the runner is an overrated move. See it a lot in major leagues. You see a lot of errors though. Come across it, and you really got to be just absolutely perfect to get the runner out and retire them here. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big fan of it here. You should just maybe fake the throw, hold on to it, be the better part of the way to go there. But is what it is here. It's become a popular tool for most catchers, especially the junior college level here, especially in softball. We've seen it. That ball is grounded to shortstop. Looks like the Coyotes may catch a break here as the ground ball did hit pinch runner Nicole Rockwood here, so she's going to be retired. And that's going to bring up Kelsey Rodriguez here. So Madison Cisco will reach via fielder's choice. She'll be standing on first. Karina Pindell on second. 1 away in the inning for Kelsey Rodriguez. Kelsey popped up to the first baseman Emily Guthrie in her first plate appearance here. So, lucky break for the Coyotes, tough break for the Bruins. As that grounder, that looks like it could have gotten through the hole, ends up hitting the lead runner Nicole Rockwood, and anytime a batted ball strikes a runner in the field of play, they are out. That is the rule here, so Rockwood back to the dugout here. Bruins still have runners on first and second now with 1 away. Badeos comes set to the next pitch to Rodriguez, and that's driven into left field, and that is in the gap here. Looks like it's going to get down. Salt Lake runners had to freeze a bit here to make sure that Kara Simpson could not come up with that ball, or Justin Garganese. And that's going to be a single here. Time called by Coach Amanda Montalto. She's going to come out to talk to her starter, Shonda Badeos. Looks like we have a meeting at the mound here. And now everybody's coming in as the outfielders are jogging in. Maybe talk a little strategy. Potentially make some defensive adjustments in the outfield as well. So we'll see what's going on here while we have a break in the action. CSN Coyotes would like to take this time to thank a few of our sponsors here: Ford Country, Residence Inn by Marriott, Under Armour, Bank of America, Mesquite Ford, The Cannery, and Revere Golf Club. Thanks to all our sponsors from CSN Athletics. Appreciate your continued support. And Coach Montalto is back on her way back to the dugout here. Meeting is broken up here. Yeah, bases loaded here. No changes here. Shonda Badeos is still on the mound here. Just, like I said, maybe talk some strategy or do something of the sorts here. Got some high-fiving going on by the team. And let's go. Time to get it going here.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 10, Kaylee Bott.
Kaylee Bott's going to step in here. She lined out to Ginger Muir, her first at bat. And she's now looking at a bases-loaded situation here with only one out. And Kaylee puts one into left field here. Station-to-station baseball here for the Bruins. RBI single for Kaylee Bott. And the lead is now 3-0 Salt Lake. Base is still loaded. Kaylee Bott wastes no time jumping on the first pitch she sees from Shonda Badeos, depositing that in left field for an RBI single. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, number 22, Carly Bunderson, who's definitely due a K and a pop fly to right field here for the Bruin leadoff hitter. And she's way too good of a hitter to be retired 3 times in a row. At least that's what the numbers say. Bunderson batting .456 with an OBP of 500. So Carly Bunderson long overdue here, and let's hope that she doesn't get behind one here for the Coyotes, because Carly's fast enough. She puts one in the gap here. She can clear the bases, find herself on second and third. On second or third. Second and third, that'd be a heck of a feat if she was standing on both bags. Carly instead skies one foul, and Amber Calderon makes a great play right at the entrance of the dugout here for the second out of the inning. P5 here as Amber's able to glove that in foul territory here. And with 2 away in the inning here, it's going to bring up center fielder Tina Ford. Grounded out to third in her first at bat, singled and stole a base her last time up. And Tina Ford wastes little time slapping the first ball she sees over the third baseman's head into left field for an RBI single. Run number 4 comes home for the Bruins. RBI single and danger time here for the Coyotes as left fielder Ray Gall steps into the box here with bases loaded. And this is the bat you want up if you're Salt Lake. This is the bat you fear most if you're CSN. And Ray Gall does what she does, puts one into right field past Cadence Coito, and this is going to clear the bases, folks. Ray Gall on her horse, hustling the entire way into third, standing up with a bases-clearing triple. 3 RBIs for the Scenic West Athletic Conference leader in that category. And that is that. Great piece of hitting there by Ray Gall, not waiting around here. 4 RBIs on the day. She has the hardest legs of a cycle. She just may not get as many at bats. She already has the home run and the triple. Just needs a single and a double to complete that. But Ray Gall, my goodness, now has 68 RBIs on the season. 61 hits. What can you say, folks? When you talk about clutch hitting, that's what we're talking about. And just like that, the lead is ballooning out of control here. 5 runs up in the inning here gives Salt Lake a 7-0 lead. Ray Gall standing on third. Lauren Gosselin batting from the left-hand side of the batter's box, looking to bring her home as the Bruins strike for another big inning here. Bruins have now scored 43 runs on the weekend. 43 runs. Impressive stuff here, folks. 5th ranked team in the country, showing exactly why they're ranked that high, flexing some offensive muscle here in the Coyote den in Henderson, Nevada. Shonda Badeos on the ropes here as she delivers the next pitch to Gosselin. Hard hit ball to Ginger Muir. Ginger keeps the glove down, is able to field that, fire over to first in time to retire Gosselin. However, the Bruins do strike for a 5 spot here in the top half of the 4th and are now in control as we head to the home half of the 4th inning. Salt Lake leads CSN 7-0 here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Bottom half of the 4th inning here. Wholesale changes for Salt Lake as they've been doing all weekend. Brittany Chase replaces Madison Cisco at third. Number 2, Paige Watts replaces Kelsey Rodriguez in right field. And, of course, Ashley Crabtree re-enters the game at catcher for Nicole Rockwood. Pinch runner in the top half of the 4th. Leading off for the Coyotes will be Jordan Menke. And Jordan Menke here takes a cut and misses here, and that's strike 2. Lauren Fraley coming in, bringing the heat. She has 3 strikeouts in just 2 1/3 innings of work here, so nice job. Crowd chanting birthday hit here as Coyote catcher celebrating a birthday here, so happy birthday to Jordan Menke. She grounds out 4-3.
Number 24, Justin.
She's going to bring up Justin Garganese, fly it out to center in her first at bat. First pitch from Fraley to Garganese is in there for a called strike. And Garganese rips a single into right field here. Nice job there by Justin.
Now batting in left field. Number 17.
Bring up left fielder Kara Simpson.
Talked about a cat, kid. What do you want? Come on, bitch. Come on, let's go. Good eye, good eye. Atta girl, good eye, kid. Go, right here, Kara. Right here now, Kara. You got it, kid. Attack what you want. There you go.
Kara Simpson sees the first pitch from Fraley. Hit the zone for a called strike.
Ain't no doubt, kids.
Simpson skies one out to left field here. She is retired here for the second out of the inning, F7.
Calderon.
It's going to bring up Amber Calderon here. Amber struck out in her first plate appearance here, looking to move Justin Garganese over into scoring position with a hit.
You're such a smart girl. But up there, go ahead. Usually, those are fine. Yeah, like, I literally just went like this.
And the next pitch to Calderon is called for strike two. Outside part of the plate there. Good looking pitch though. Lauren Fraley, like I said, has really just hit the ground running since coming in relief of Addie Jensen. Lauren Fraley looking like a completely different pitcher than we saw in game one of the series here, where she was inconsistent with the strike zone, with finding the strike zone. She gave up 6 runs in that game. Was still able to corral her 12th win of the season. No such problems here as Fraley is throwing strikes early and often. Next pitch to Calderon is in there for a called strike 2. And Fraley looking to get out of this inning here unscathed. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Lauren Fraley throwing 3 pitches by Amber Calderon backwards K in your book here. That's going to be the 6K on the day for Bruin pitching as we are through 4 here at the Coyote Den. Salt Lake leads CSN 7-0 as we head to the top half of the 5th inning.
The Revere Golf Club.
Welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Top half of the fifth inning.
Will be number 17, Madison.
Offensive substitution here. Ashley Crabtree's day is done. Madison Voorhees will take over the catching duties for the Bruins here for the remainder of this game. Madison Voorhees, of course, very clutch coming in last game's. Coming in, excuse me, I'm losing my mind here. Coming in last game with a pinch hit, bases clearing 3 RBI double here. Madison Voorhees, very clutch here. One plate appearance, producing a hit and 3 RBIs. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's see if Madison can do a little damage here in place of Crabtree. Madison skies this one foul. Up and out of play here. This game is breezing by here. We had a little bit later start than we had expected. Next pitch to Voorhees, a breaking pitch swung over the top of for a strikeout. Nice pitch there by Shonda to retire the Salt Lake catcher. And it looks like we have another substitution, of course. This is Kayla Stevens now stepping to the plate for Karina Pindell. So, wholesale substitutions by the Bruins. Kayla Stevens stepping into the box here for her first plate appearance of the afternoon in replace of Karina Pindell. So, 12 for 9.
12, Kayla Stevens.
If you're scoring at home, and if you are, hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to spend it with us here at beautiful Henderson, Nevada, Russell Road Complex for Game 4 of the weekend between the CSN Coyotes and the Salt Lake City Bruins. 5th-ranked Salt Lake City Bruins. Kayla Stevens sees the first pitch from Badeos go high and outside for ball 1. Next pitch from Badeos to Stevens is taken low for ball 2. Two-0 count here to the new Salt Lake first baseman. And the 2-0 pitch is right down the heart of the plate for called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Kayla Stevens. Bruins leading the Coyotes 7-0 here. Top half of the 5th inning. And that, oh my goodness, that just avoided a car there. Hitting a tree instead right over our heads here in foul territory. It's always a risk to park your car out in the parking lot over the left field line. Never know if a ball is going to find its way there. Very happy my truck has stayed safe through the season so far, knock on wood. Sure, I just jinxed myself even talking about it. Parking where I park, it's prime foul ball territory, so don't be surprised if I walk out with smashed windshield or a dent to my door. Pitch by Stevens is grounded 2. Second baseman Chelsea Perez flips it over for the out. 4-3 to retire Stevens. And that's going to bring up
now batting,
number 21, Brittany Chase. And Chase was a defensive replacement for Madison Cisco. Last inning here, Chase getting her first hacks up at the plate. Switch hitter here. Actually, exclusively left-handed. I'm sorry. Fields right, bats left.
Oh, you used it all 3 and someone got hurt? You're down to 10.
And Brittany Chase here will be followed by another defensive substitution. Paige Watts on deck here. Came in and substituted for Kelsey Rodriguez. Badeos comes set to deliver the next pitch to Chase. And it's grounded right back to Shonda. Shonda fires over to Emily in time.
3 up, 3 down.
1-3. 3 up, 3 down for the Coyotes as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. Salt Lake leads CSN 7-0 here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Bottom half of the 5th inning, and we're going to see Kylie Everill, number 11. She'll take over for Lauren Fraley here. So we've seen all 3 of the Salt Lake City starting pitchers here in this final game. Kylie Everill taking place here. So 11-4-32 if you're scoring at home. Kylie Everill looking to finish this game out here. Record the final 9 outs of the game here, if it goes that far. Of course, the run rule is 8 after 5.
Now pitching for the Bruins.
This is 5, so Everill could theoretically pitch an inning here.
And leading off for your
The Bruins can score at least a single run in the top of the 6th. Close it out in the bottom of the 6th, so we'll see. Everill bringing the heat as the lefty was yesterday here. 1 hitter to close it out. Shonda Badeos leading off for the Coyotes. Shonda has gone the whole way on the bump. Shonda legs out an infield single here, grounded to third.
Now batting. Number 2.
And stepping into the box, T-Taps. T-Tapawala here. T will be followed by Emily Guthrie and Cadence Coito here in the home half of the 5th for the Coyotes. Kylie Everill's first pitch to T misses for ball 1. Next pitch to T is in there for a called strike, keeping the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. To the 7-0 hitter for the Coyotes. T tries to bunt it. Kylie Everill is all over that though, fields it herself. 1 unassisted for the out.
At first base, number 38.
Going to bring up Emily Guthrie. Emily Guthrie here taking some hacks, struck out her first plate appearance. Everill here seeing what she can do. And the ground ball up the box here. Everill gets a glove on it at first, is able to recover in time to grab the ball and throw it. 1-3 to retire Guthrie. And that's going to bring up Coito. Coito, of course, smashed a triple in her first plate appearance here. Only plate appearance of the day for Cadence. See what she can get done here with a runner on second base. Chandra Badeos trying to crack the scoreboard for the Coyotes here, get them off a 0. It should be always be nice to see here. You want to be as productive as you can. You want to produce at least a run. Hate to get shut out here. Coyotes were shut out in the second game of the series, 10-0. Next pitch is fouled up over our heads and out of play here for strike 2. Kylie Everill looking to finish this inning here strong. Sophomore out of Cottonwood Heights, Utah.
Let's go, Cadence!
Fans getting behind Coito here. 0-2 pitch to Cadence is taken low for ball 1. One-two pitch to Cadence is popped up on the shallow part of the outfield here. No problem for the shortstop Carly Bunderson here.
No runs, 1 hit.
He's 6.
Errors, 1 left on, 4
No runs, 1 hit, no errors here. 1 left on here as we are through 5 here at the Coyote Den. Salt Lake City leads CSN 7-0 here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Top half of the 6th inning here from Henderson, Nevada. Leading off for the Bruins here in the 6th is going to be number 2, Paige Watt. Paige Watt, a defensive substitution for Kelsey Rodriguez, getting her first opportunity to swing the bat. She'll be followed by Kaylee Bott and the top of the order, Carly Bunderson here in the top half of the 6th inning for the Bruins. Bruins have a stranglehold on this game here, 7-0, as the Coyotes are running out of outs. Only 6 offensive outs left for CSN on the weekend here. Seeming like the sweep would be inevitable, and unfortunately that would be the 12th straight loss for the Lady Coyotes. Tough break here to come off 3 straight weeks on the road here and face a team as offensively efficient as the Bruins are. It's tough to come home and get swept, but against a team as talented as this, you got to think that, like I said, the sweep was an inevitability, and unfortunately with 6 outs left here in the contest, it's seeming like certainty. And Paige Watts here hustling the whole way up the box. That's going to be an infield single to shortstop. Kaylee Bott here. Second baseman, one of the few position players who stayed in the entire game, lined out to shortstop in her first plate appearance. RBI single next time up here. And Kaylee takes a hack at one, drives it into center field. Justin Garganese back to the warning track, able to glove that for the out. F8 in your books to retire the Salt Lake second baseman. That's going to bring up the top of the order. And number 22, Carly Bunderson. And it's not Carly Bunderson, it's actually Cheyenne Pratt. Wholesale substitutions continue for Salt Lake City here. So Cheyenne Pratt getting her first opportunity to swing the bat here for the Bruins. And the ball gets away from second fielder, or second baseman, excuse me, Chelsea Perez on the throw from Jordan Menke. Steal attempt here. Paige Watts gets in there safely. So she's in scoring position here for Cheyenne Pratt with only one away in the inning. Cheyenne pinch hitting for Carly Bunderson. As like I said, we've seen some wholesale. That's a terrible throwback here by Jordan Menke. Again, throwing back in behind the runner. One of my pet peeves here. Lucky that that Paige Watts didn't take off for third. Didn't think she got a good read on the ball because it bounced all the way out to center field to Justin Garganese. No chance to throw back behind the runner from home plate at second base and catch her napping. I mean, that's like an impossibility on that play. And yet we see our Coyotes here do it. It's just it's a defensive mistake, honestly. It's nothing to really. Oh, and on a spinning ball back to Shonda Badeos, looked like an easy play. There was a ton of backspin on that ball hit, and Shonda unable to barehanded here. So
now batting, number 8, Tina Ford.
You give me that. I'm sure you give me that a hit or an air. Give that a hit or air. One in your books there. Figured as much here. Ball that should have been fielded was not. Cheyenne Pratt now on first. Paige Watts standing on third here, representing the winning run, if you will, for Salt Lake. If they can get that 8th run home, that'll be the run rule. And the wild pitch here is going to allow Paige Watts to touch home standing up here. Wild pitch by Shonda Badeos. Paige Watts scores the 8th run of the game for the Bruins. And just like that, it's 8-0. Tina Ford here comes up, wastes little time here, smashes a, looks like it's going to be a triple.
Now batting.
My apologies there, E1. And on the air, we're going to have the advancement, of course, and Ray Gall smashes one down the left field line. This is another RBI for Ray Gall. She's into second with a RBI double. And Ray Gall now has her 5th RBI of the game here. One hit shy of the cycle. Fortunately for her, it looks like she probably will not get another at-bat to try to get the single. But she's done the hard work. Solo home run 3 RBI triple, and now an RBI double to her name here. Ray Gall doing every single thing she can for her team and impressing us in the process. Now has her RBI total at 69. Came in here with 59 RBIs, so she's moved that up 10 in one weekend series. 2.5 RBIs per game for Ray Gall here in Southern Nevada this weekend. What a talent. Fantastic softball player here. She is going to be playing some Division I softball somewhere next year. I can guarantee it. It'll be exciting to follow her career, see how she progresses as she moves up here. Like I said, having a banner year for Salt Lake City. 69 RBIs now pacing the SWAC.
Number 20, J.C. LeBaron.
Incredible job. Ray Gall doing the heavy lifting here for the Salt Lake City Bruins, but the Bruins have done the heavy lifting themselves here. 46 runs so far for the Bruins. This may be the last inning hitting opportunity they get here. If they close out the Coyotes in the bottom of the 6th, that will be the game here. 46 runs in 21 innings.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 11, Kylie Everill.
46 runs, 21 innings. It's getting it done. Little over 2 runs an inning, almost 2.2, 2.19 runs per inning in this series. Wow. J.C. LeBaron now pitching in relief of Shonda Badeos. Her day is done. 10 runs later. And Lauren Gosselin is now going to be pinch hit for by the pitcher, Kylie Everill, who can swing the bat. Don't be fooled here, folks. Kylie Everill had 3 hits in her start yesterday and 3 RBIs. So Kylie Everill can rake a little bit here. See what she can do with Ray Gall standing on second base. Kylie lifts one into right field. Tough catch, but it is made by Cadence Coito. Ray Gall heads up base running the whole way, tags at second, and is standing on third now with 2 outs. F9 by Everill.
Number 17.
And that's going to bring up Madison Voorhees, number 17. Pitch hit for catcher Ashley Crabtree, and is now behind the dish. Strikeout victim in her last and only plate appearance of the day here. Madison hitting with 2 outs, and Ray Gall standing on third base. Ray would be the 11th run of the day for the Bruins should she get her home. And Madison Voorhees puts a charge into one here. Kara Simpson has no chance. Gets into the left center field gap, and Madison Voorhees has an RBI double. That's the 11th run of the day for the Bruins here. 47th of the weekend.
Now batting, number 12, Kayla Stevens.
And Stevens now in the box. Kayla Stevens taking her second hacks, also a defensive replacement. Kayla Stevens grounded out to second base, was retired 4-3 in her only plate appearance of the day. Let's see what Kayla has in store in her second opportunity here at the plate, looking to add to the 11-0 lead Salt Lake currently owns over the Coyotes. That ball is grounded up the box. Foul. LeBaron comes set, and that ball is fouled. Get out of play here over the left field side. Bruins tacked on 4 runs here in the top half of the 6th. Looking for more as Stevens takes a hack and fouls that foul off the first base side here. Dangerously efficient, this Bruins offense. J.C. LeBaron comes set to deliver next pitch to Stevens. And Stevens pops that foul and out of play. She's fighting this at bat tooth and nail here to continue the success here of her Salt Lake City Bruins. They have done the heavy lifting here, folks. Like I said, 47 runs. And J.C. LeBaron catches Stevens looking here.
4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 left on.
4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 left on base for the Bruins as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Henderson, Nevada. Salt Lake leads CSN 11-0 on the Coyotes Sports Network.
Short, number 7, Ginger.
And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Bottom half of the 6th inning here. Potentially final inning here for the weekend between Salt Lake and CSN. Bruins have a stranglehold on this game here, 11-0. Ginger Mirror is going to lead off for the Coyotes. Ginger will be followed by Jordan Menke and Justin Garganese in the inning here. First pitch to Ginger is taken high for ball 1. Kylie Everell here comes set to deliver the 1-0 pitch. And it's cut on and missed by Ginger Mirror. Kylie Everell here looking to finish the game here. As all 3 Salt Lake starting pitchers, Addie Jensen, Lauren Fraley, and now Kylie Everell get an opportunity to pitch in this final game. Jordan Menke loses the bat there on a swing. She has a smile and a laugh with Kylie Everell. Salt Lake pitch was so good she lost her bat, folks. Luckily no one was hurt. Just harmlessly off the first base side here. The next pitch from Everell to Mirror is fouled. Backing out of play here. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everell comes set to deliver the next pitch to Mirror, and it's cut on and missed for strike 3.
Now batting, the catcher, number 23, Jordan Menke.
That's the 7th strikeout of the day for Bruin pitching. Second time Ginger Mirror has been a victim. Jordan Menke steps into the batter's box here. 0 for 2, flied out to left field, grounded out to second base. There are 2 plate appearances. First pitch by the lefty Everill is the heat right down the plate here. Plus fastball for Kylie Everill for sure. The lefty brings the heat all day long.
John jumps. And hold that sit pro. You gonna see? Yeah.
Right here, Joe. Right you, 2, 3. Let's get it,
Oh, yeah. Dude, I can see it.
Everill looking to the strikeout as we discuss a little evening plans here amongst the media table. Of course, UFC 197 will be live tonight here. John Bones Jones makes his return to the octagon to face Owen St. Preux for the interim light heavyweight title. Bring you a little fun here. It's going to be a great matchup. Great card, actually. Demetrius Johnson will defend his flyweight title as well. And Anthony Pettis and Edson Barboza should be a barn burner on that card. You can tell I like UFC just a little bit. Jordan Minke, L5 here, lining out to the third baseman for the second out of the inning. While we have a minute here, I'd like to congratulate my wife, Amy Hernandez, on passing her OBGYN registry. Congratulations, Amy. Proud husband here on the call. So, congrats, Amy. You deserve it. Studied hard. She's been studying all week for that, and she passed the test here with flying colors. Excellent to hear. Proud husband. Second pitch from Everill to Garganese is taken inside for strike 2. And the Coyotes are down to their last strike here, as Kylie Everill looking to finish the weekend here for Salt Lake in style. And she strikes out Justin Garganese, and that's it, folks.
And that'll do it, ladies.
Coyotes are retired here, and that's going to be the game and the weekend here. Salt Lake Community College coming in and flexing their muscle here on the Coyotes. 47 runs scored in 4 games as they sweep away the Coyotes and extend the misery here for the Lady Coyotes. CSN has now lost 12 consecutive games. I'd like to thank all our fans for making their way out here on Fan Appreciation Weekend. We had a great crowd both days, especially the fans that toughed out some crazy wind and some elements yesterday. Beautiful day today here. Our Lady Coyotes will be on the road in Twin Falls, Idaho next weekend for a 4-game set with the CSI Golden Eagles, and they'll conclude the season at home against Western Nevada here. Once again, the final score here, 11-0. Back-to-back 11-0 losses here. Identical scores, unbelievable. Bruins pitching fantastic. They outscored the Coyotes 22-0 this afternoon here to run their record overall. The Salt Lake City Bruins now are 36-4, 13-1 away from home, and 27-2 in the Scenic West Athletic Conference for the best team in the conference here, ranked 5th and moving up. So we're going to say goodbye here on Fan Appreciation Weekend and Breast Cancer Awareness Day, folks. Thanks for taking some time out of your afternoon to listen to the broadcast. I'm James Hernandez. Until next time, we'll see you soon.